up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Philadelphia Eagles. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Just the first quarter of the tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll run with Clement. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Dayon Buchanan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this was all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Dumping it off for Johnson. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Rosen. He gets it complete to Harris. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. And Lambeau will put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Fielded about a yard deep. A spin. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Wins to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. On 1st down, Wentz sliding out of the pocket, and it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Rolling to his right. Lets it go for Nelson. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot.
Out of the gun. Here's Josh Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now a play fake. Wentz finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A run, it's Clement. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Tackle made there by Budda Baker. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
go. 82, 82.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Into the red zone, Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. Flashed a nifty move, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4th-down territory.
On the carry, here's Clement. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now a handoff to Johnson. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, You and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. Powering his way forward. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Throwing on first is Wentz. That is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Play action here with Rosen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
This is Clement. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Ram.
They'll run again with Clement. And an alley to run. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Sunday.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Brad Nortman now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
To throw is Rosen. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Wentz. Incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Wentz now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Drag it, drag it.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Wentz will try again on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10.
Ram.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
That was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3, get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they'll run it here. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. Now Wentz will keep it. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Back to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He'll look to throw. Out to his left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, do you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
He's back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Over, 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 over.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing now is Rosen. Flushed out right. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. Here's Rosen. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 47 yards. And the spike comes with 9 seconds left to go. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period. In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So out now come the Cardinals. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Nelson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. but they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part one is done. Now part two. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. First throw of overtime for Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a first throw here in overtime. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to go up top. Oh, he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Two minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. Down right around the 25. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And he got it!